Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right. Thank you for that. So out for the game is going to be Ryan Bates. Okay, he's going to be out for the game, and so is Kari Blasingame. Ryan, as you know, is dealing with a shoulder, elbow issue, and then Kari's got the hand and knee issue. So those guys will be out. And then in terms of our receivers, they're questionable for the game, right? We're going to take it all the way up to the game to see if they can go. And I know you'll have more questions to dive deeper into that, and that's what I'm going to give you. So that's where they are. We'll take it up all the way to the game, potentially work them out before the game, and then we'll see where they are prior to the game. Okay, so that's where those guys are. I thought the week was good. The preparation for it was excellent. You're again. I talked about finding, successful ways to be successful on offense, defense, and special teams, and that adjusts every single week because the matchups are different, the coverage contours are different. Obviously the skill sets are different they have on both sides of the ball. Who you have to, really take away in terms of their pass rushers or their receivers, and that changes every week. So I thought the guys adjusted well to the plan that we have. I thought the coordinators did a really good job of putting a really good plan together for those issues, and I'm looking forward to our final 48-hour preparation as we start that at 7:22 tonight. So that's going to be good to get our water temperature correct in terms of our position and keep our mental preparation going, getting the mind, the body, and the spirit right to play the right way on Sunday Night Football. So with that, I'll take questions.
I do have questions for you about the injury report, but I will respect your preemptive answer.
Okay.
Can you explain a little bit of the path to how we got here, though?
Yeah, I mean, it was just something that happened in training camp. We went with the heel. Yeah, and that was really it. So it's been progressing, and then it took a step back, and then we just want to give it some rest, and that's really what the idea of this week was, just to rest, and let it heal and let it feel good, so we're able to move and cut and do the things he does.
So did it get re-aggravated or inflamed or injured in the game, or did you, because he practiced last week?
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, it's both. Both. So, and again, we'll see it. I just rely on the medical staff to do what's best for Keenan, and then we decide. He decides with the medical staff, when he can go, if he can go.
Matt, for a veteran player like Keenan,
Yeah.
and I know he's had this injury before, do veteran players have a little bit longer of a leash when it comes to specific things to tell you about how they feel versus, because I know you're going to try to protect the player, but in his case, since he's already played through this, would that help his case having not practiced this week to play?
I believe that's true. I also believe that with an experienced player, he's able and has played so many games that you're able to input him into the game plan a lot easier way than it would be, say, a rookie. So I believe it's both.
With that said, Rome said he's never had a knee injury before. Do you have to be a little bit more cautious just with him?
No, I don't think so. I think that we'll see where it is, come game time, and we're going to take it all the way up to the game.
What do you want to see from Rome before the game?
Just movement, movement and acceleration and him being him, so that's it.
Is Nate Davis then the right guard? That's the plan?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Matt, philosophically, with guys like this who are questionable, are you okay with pitch counts on guys, or do you guys try to say like either you can your full go or you can't play?
Yeah, I think you have both scenarios taken care of. You look at it because it's is the guy 100% or not 100%, and I think you base the pitch count off of that and base the plan off of that.
Just to clarify, no rotation at right guard. You wouldn't put Pryor in there with Davis the way that you do with Bates.
No, we did not do that this week. It's going to be Nate, and then Pryor's very valuable to us because he can play along the line. So we love what he's doing too.
What was Davis's reaction to the rotation?
I thought it was solid. I don't think it's ever going to be good. I think it's always like you're taken back a little bit. What's the deal? And then but just about consistency. And he had a really consistent practice this week and was really on it. In everything. In terms of run and pass, in terms of his responsibilities and technique. And I thought he really improved this week.
I have a question for you about your philosophy on defensive play calling. How much of it is in the moment when you're improvising and deciding, oh, this is right, and versus how much is calculated in advance where you say, okay, I have these 5 blitzes, and I kind of know when the right time is going to be?
This is gonna be the third time I say it. It's both. I understand. So the press conference is gonna be called It's Both. But I do believe.
Back to injury report question.
I know. I do believe that it is because you have contingency plans in your game plan, and sometimes it's based on what you called before, and then you could call something that's still on the call sheet that you really like, and then you could see how that team's attacking you with what particular protection, run game that might be the case, and then you just kind of tactically move your game plan into that best case scenario for you. So that's the way we do it. I'm leaning on Eric Washington. I'm leaning on the secondary coaches the whole time, because they're coming up with answers is when I flip over back to offense, and then when I come back, they got answers, for what's going on, and they do a great job of that. A lot of those guys, like I said, have been with me for a long time, so I lean on those guys a lot.
How's Eric helped you in the games compared to last year not having anybody in there?
He has been amazing. He really has. I was just talking to him in my office 2 seconds ago, and A+ job. In terms of leading the defense, in terms of leading the group, leading the staff when I'm not in there, helping organize the practices, asking questions, all that, and then in game tactics. It's been really good.
How in the game though? Can you explain? I know you don't want to give things away, but can you?
Yeah,
just
for example,
explain a
like
bit of the
in
mechanics
between
of how-
series, we got, we're going over there, right? Defense is now working on the bench, so they're getting the iPads out and we're drawing the runs and the passes and all those things. And the guys do it upstairs, and we take it into halftime, but we're making in-game adjustments as we go. And he's a big part of that. He's the guy orchestrating that, in the secondary up front. And then when I come back, when I switch back over, TV timeout, or we're getting the ball here next series, they're kicking it off, or we're kicking it off, and then I'm getting all the information like that fast. So that's why it's been helpful.
Matt, before the season, you said you were interested in seeing how Caleb handled things after the first game in terms of the week of NFL. What did you learn about his ability to handle the quick turnaround, everything that comes with
Yeah, I thought the response was good. I thought it was quick turning over. Like I said, I met with him at 9:15 on Monday, and he was already in a good space in terms of, mind, body, and spirit, moving on to the next week and focusing on getting better, reinvesting himself, growing and improving. And that's what we need to do every single week. Each performance is going to have its ups and downs and ins and outs, and you got to be able to deal with that as a professional athlete, and then really, ignite. When you're the apex, of the offense, you got to be able to really flip it over and have that right light in terms of your energy and positivity and your determination to move on to the next game plan, and that's what he did.
Presuming that you guys are gonna elevate a receiver from the practice squad, kind of either way, before you get on the plane, how do you weigh the difference between somebody like Colin, who's been here for a while, and then Toure, the new guy who's may have a little more experience but hasn't been around you guys?
Yeah, I just think you evaluate what's best for the team, and where would you put that guy? What would he do for you? And we're asking all those questions right now because it is in flux a little bit. You got two guys that could be or could not be. So we'll just look at that and see what's best for the football team.
Do you presume that at least one of them will, even if it's a game time call on the other guys, do you presume at least one of them will be promoted?
I don't know. I honestly don't. Yeah, if I would tell you, I might tell you, Pat, but I don't know. I really don't know.
There's a trend, I don't know, just one trend of more too high looks from defenses
Yeah.
around the league. What do you kind of make of that in terms of the league kind of maybe going in that direction?
Yeah, that's been that way for a couple of years now, and I really believe it's just trying to eliminate the explosive play, and that's the reason why you do it. That's why you got to be able to run the football. When you got a light box like that, you got to be able to run the ball on that, and that's an important that you can get that done to force that guy to come down, that safety to come down, to make that the box a little heavy for the run, and that's when it opens up for all the play action. So that's the game we're playing.
Matt, how did you feel Darnell Wright played in the season opener, and just how big of a test is it for him and Brixton?
Yeah, I thought Darnell played really well. I thought it was a good performance. I thought he was aggressive. I thought he was good in his pass sets. The run game demeanor was good. I thought he had a really good performance.
Thank you.